trying to break out in the content creator space is very, very difficult. So let's take a closer look. YouTube, Superhero Joe, your friendly neighborhood content creator, doing the thing this week, talking to you one-on-one, just you and me. So, you know, what's up? How you doing? So I wanted to talk about this. This is an important subject for me. Being a small streamer, and small content creator, I should say, has had its challenges for me, and it's had challenges, you know, go on and occur for other people. So being a small streamer, I wanted to try to give my own pointers, things that have worked for me, things that have helped me in my 2 years of doing content. So today we're going to talk about a couple things, just maybe a couple tips and tricks, a guide too, not really a guide, I'm not a pro, whatever. But before we get into that, let's talk about a couple of other things. Speaking of streaming, I stream on Twitch, XSuperheroJoeX. Come over there, hang out with us, watch some really dumb, funny clips. Come hang out with us and check out some stupid stuff just like this one.
Dude.
Did you fall?
Yeah, cause like, dude, you'll get stuck on the stick or whatever the fuck. And you just fucking, he T-poses on it.
Oh, no, it almost happened to me. No!
Dude,
I'm still in there.
Happen, and then it happens.
That scream, that
Hey, yo, when did Michael Jackson show up?
Bro, did y'all not see what happened? Aside from streaming, I also have a Discord. You can follow the link down below. Discord is the one-stop shop for my channel. You can go in there and recommend content to us. Go in there and talk about memes or technology or computers or games or music, whatever you guys want to talk about. We're in there having a great time, chilling, enjoying ourselves, talking about a whole bunch of things. So come and join the conversation. Make sure you come and check us out on Twitch. We do a lot of live reactions. They're going to be separate from the reactions you guys see here. Quick note, I am streaming 3 times a week regularly right now, and videos are coming out 3 times a week on YouTube. So it's a good way for you to stay up to date. Now, on to today's subject. So I've been streaming now for almost 2.5 years. I think maybe closer to 3 years now. The first year of streaming, I was just streaming what I thought I was supposed to stream. I was not really having the fun I wanted to. I was overcomplicating things, rather. And, you know, I was trying to follow the tips and tricks I see online and stuff like that. And, you know, it just, in my mind, I expected things to blow up a little bit quicker. I expected things to work out for me almost, you know, overnight. And that's not how that works. You know, I've been told plenty of times that, like, oh, hey, Joe, you have such a great personality. You're hilarious. You're doing this. You're doing that. You should be streaming. You should be doing YouTube. It feels like you're built for it. But it doesn't work like that sometimes, chat. It don't. So, after a year of going on and off and depressing myself, essentially, for like viewer counts and things like that, I put it down. I don't think you can find any of my old VODs, but like I would stream maybe, I think at the time I was streaming like 3 to 5 times a week for 8 hours or whenever I could or whatever the case may be. And I just didn't know what I was doing. I thought I was supposed to be playing this game or that game and that the views would just come in if I had a couple viewers here and there. And that's not how it works. So I put it down, came back to it a year later, or I'd say a couple months later, at least 6 months, moved into a new apartment, kind of figured out exactly what I wanted from the system, and then began to work on that system. I would still stream, but it wasn't as consistent as I would want it to be. And then come 2019, I want to say probably like March or April, I started to stream consistently. I built the gaming computer I wanted. I built a stream PC. I looked into different marketing techniques. I looked into business development. I even started my own computer business here in my hometown and familiarized myself with hardware and tech on a regular basis in order to get a better understanding of it. Is my setup perfect? Yeah, I'll show you what my stream cam looks like. So this is the back camera that I use to just talk trash with friends and stuff, but game PC, streaming PC, 3 monitors. This webcam's kind of like in a bad spot because it's been falling down. But, you know, it's not fancy, and I'll do like a more in-depth talking point on the whole thing at some point about my setup and the specs and all that. I'm saving that for another video. But besides the point, it took me a while to get where I'm at. for the longest I was streaming on one PC. It was taking a lot out of my PC, and the games that were popular were taking a lot out of it. The parts I had weren't great, and now I'm to the point now where I feel comfortable. I don't want anyone to think that I'm still like potatoing this thing, because I'm not. So one of my main points that I'm trying to get out, tip number one, don't stress over hardware until you get there. You want to make sure you're buying hardware or you're upgrading your PC where it makes sense. The main thing for me was graphics card. I was using a 970 Ti, which is a solid card. It worked great for me. And I eventually moved up to a 1060, and then from a 1060 to the 2070 that I have now. And it was great. I mean, it worked fine. And I wanted to make sure my gameplay, the games I was playing and enjoying, I wanted to run them at high settings. I wanted to experience that. So eventually I started there. Once I got the setup I wanted, then I started to plan out some other things. What's this? This is an Elgato Stream Deck. What's this? This is the Go XLR Mini. Oh, Stream PC? Let me learn about that. Elgato capture card? Let me learn about it. I began to familiarize myself on hardware and what's going on in the market. And then doing my computer builds for my customers with my PC building was a good way for me to even get more hands-on with that stuff. Because I had people that wanted stream setups, so I had to learn how to do stream setups. And that was one of the main things for me, was just learn the hardware and then figure out what your next move is going to be. What's going to help you elevate your production? What's going to help you elevate your stream or your YouTube content? Think about it and follow reviews, follow different tech guides. Things like that help out a lot. A big point that I like to use when it comes to like PC building, things like that, use PC Part Picker. You can go in there and find full completed builds. You can find a whole bunch of stuff that really can be an eye-opener. Setups that you didn't think were super powerful can be if you know how to utilize them properly. So number one, don't focus on hardware just yet. Familiarize yourself with it and figure out where you need to go first. Come up with a roadmap. Step two, let's say you've got your stream setup going. Let's say you're getting into it and now you're trying to figure out what games to play. To be honest, there's no right answer here. You could be the greatest of all time at Fortnite or Call of Duty Warzone, but there's so many people playing those games, and you've heard this before. I'm sure if you watch a lot of other streaming content creators, they will tell you that you can't play the super saturated games. You have to play something that's less saturated, that you're going to be easily discoverable. And that's a big point. That's a very strong point. But at the same time, if you ask me, I'm a variety streamer. I play a number of games. I have maybe 2 or 3 main games. I play Apex a lot. I play Destiny 2 a lot. And then for a while, I played Overwatch or Rainbow Six Siege a lot. And I would rotate between those 3. And I would make Monday or Tuesday or whenever I was streaming dedicated to that game, or vice versa. So when it comes to gaming, in my opinion, stream what you want. Find a game that's going to be fun for you, that you're going to enjoy, that you can have a good time with, and that you want to play. You do that and you will be happier. And this kind of is like a 2A step, but play with your friends, man. I'm telling you, your friends, if you don't have any friends and you're just playing by yourself all the time, join a Discord. You can go into Discord and find people that are playing Call of Duty or whatever game you want to play, and find lobbies and groups that you can join. Don't play by yourself unless it's a single player game or something. You want to interact as much as possible. And if you're animated and talking and having a good time, if people come into your chat or if people are watching your videos, they're not just staring at you clicking and clacking on a keyboard. So step number 2, in my opinion, stream what you want and stream with some friends or make friends. Now, if you're super introverted and you don't really like putting yourself out there like that, well, you're going to have to break out a little bit when it comes to content creation. You want to be somebody that people can relate to, and that's something I've learned is I've had to step out of my shell a little bit. And like, I never wanted to do YouTube at first. I wanted to do more guides and stuff like that, and just like, hey guys, go here, go do that. But I learned that I'm not built for it. I like to be animated, and I have to learn to use that animation towards a camera per se. So going into step 3, or tip number 3, hacks, MLG, level 3, I don't know. Level 3, god damn it. Step 3, or tip number 3, don't focus on numbers yet. This one's, I've heard mixed reviews on this, like, oh, Joe, I should focus on numbers. I need to know what I'm doing. Yes, I agree. You should be focusing on numbers when the time is right. Get the setup right, get comfortable with the camera, get comfortable with your whole setup and the games you're playing, Then once you start to gain some traction and you start getting interaction with your Twitch viewers or YouTube comments, then you can start taking in feedback. Then you can start having conversations. Then you can kind of make it your own and become the person you want for your stream. A lot of times what I tell people is your favorite streamer. I'll take one for example. I'm a big Tim the Tapman fan. Love Tim, think he's hilarious. And a lot of times he's constantly looking at his chat. He's constantly interacting. He's animated, he's loud, he's funny. He projects when he talks. And that's a big point. You need to kind of not necessarily emulate, but take notes. So tip number 3, don't pay attention to the numbers, but watch from a distance, if that makes sense. You should be focused on the numbers once you start gaining that traction. Once you start noticing people are popping in and you're starting to get numbers. But I mean, there's been plenty of times where I had 0 viewers or 1 or 2 viewers. And it hurt the first year. I mean, I was heartbroken thinking I wasn't doing anything right. So what you have to do is you need to get comfortable. Play with your friends, start talking, get comfortable animating and commentating over the things that you're doing in the game. And when people come in and they start asking you questions, that'll help you out a ton. That'll make you feel good. And then if the next night, if you have the same people come in, then you start to build up some traction. Then you start to get more people to come in, and that works. Again, I'm not a huge streamer. I preface that I am a small streamer and I would love to be a big streamer, but you gotta take your time and it takes practice. Like I said, these things have helped me out and made sense to me. So tip 3, don't worry about numbers. Just focus on the game, play your game and have fun, learn how to commentate and talk with yourself or talk with your friends. And then as the people start to come in, pay attention to the people that are in there. Don't look at the counter, look at the people talking in chat. Tip number 4, be smart about how you network. A lot of content creators will tell you to network, but there's a right way and a wrong way. The right way is to reach out to communities in Discord or reach out to communities. I've seen people use Reddit or go into actual Twitch streams and talk with communities. One big one that I recommend, and I'll put his link down below, his name's Neofox. Neofox is amazing. He plays American Truck Simulator and is hilarious. He interacts with his chat, he's goofy, and he's not a huge streamer either. He averages 75 to 150 viewers a stream, and he does amazing. But when I first met him, he was doing 10, 15, sometimes 20 viewers in a stream, and he was the same guy ever since. Like, it's amazing to me. So I jumped in his chat because he rated my stream one time. And I've been friends with him forever. I always stand by that. Neofox is one of the coolest people ever. And so if you're not following him on Twitch, follow him. He's an amazing dude. Highly recommend. He made a game like American Truck Simulator. Amazing, like hilarious. Like he's doing so much for that community, and it's amazing. So networking. Join someone's Twitch stream. Go on to Discord. Go on to Reddit. Talk with those people. Interact with them. Go and join their stuff and enjoy their content. Give them some love, and don't ask for help or ask like, hey, can you raid me or not? Don't do none of that. What you should be doing is make yourself known in their community. And if you are doing the right things for the right reasons, that kind of karma comes back to you in the right way. So I highly recommend that you get involved in other communities and avoid the wrong side. So the wrong side is very simple. And I've fallen in this trap before. The follow for follows, the small streamers connect, the groups that don't really progress you the right way. So in my opinion, those groups are toxic because you can boost your numbers all day, get affiliate, but you're not hitting the averages you need to. If I tell you, hey man, if you follow me, I'll follow you back. Cool, you gave me a follow. So when I go to follow you back, I either follow you back and then take it away later, or I just don't follow you back. And then you don't pay attention to that because you might miss my name because you're asking a whole bunch of people to follow for follow. So it's a trap. It hurts your numbers when you're streaming and you have X amount, 100 something, followers, but you're not really getting any of the average viewership. Because on Twitch, to hit affiliate, you need 50 followers, you need to stream for X amount of hours, I think it's like 25, and then you need to have at least an average of 3 viewers, which is, you'd be surprised, very hard. Because if you're streaming for 8 hours, you have to average 3 people per hour essentially. And it's kind of rough, but it's understandable how they because if it was easy, everybody would fucking do it, but that's not the case. When you're trying to get partner, you need to average 75 viewers and have I can't remember the amount of followers. I want to say it's like 1,000 or something, or maybe 10,000. I don't know. It's something up there. It gets up there. So highly recommend that you take your time. build relationships, network the right way. Use social media like Twitter, YouTube. Use those platforms to get yourself out there. So with Superhero Joe, I tried to make that much of a brand as I could. I started with YouTube. I've always wanted to do reaction videos. I thought that was always hilarious and awesome. So started doing the reaction videos, got a little bit of clout, and I'm seeing the love translate back onto YouTube because I've been trying to get my name out there. And in turn, I've met with a lot of collaborators as far as friends at like Neofox and all that. I've been able to get my name out there and give myself a little validity, and it's helped me get my name right. So step 5, or tip number 5, man, I cannot say this right. This is my first time doing a little tip and trick. Learn how to market yourself. Let's say you've done steps 1, 2, 3, 4 perfectly. You've built up a bit of a following. You've got the right hardware that you want. You've done the research on a lot of different things, and you're doing streaming right. You're enjoying yourself. You're having fun. You're getting involved. Learn how to market yourself. What I say by learn how to market yourself is you want to make yourself as you as possible, obviously, but you also want to be able to be the you that can handle some kind of business. You know, Superhero Joe to me is not just my, Twitch handle. It's me as a brand. I want to make sure that at some point, like when I do my fall collection, the end of September 28th or September 25th, I want it to have some meaning. I want to drop a clothing brand, or not clothing brand, or I want to drop a fall collection and it means something. So the only way for it to mean something is I've got to earn this name. I've got to earn this brand and give it some oomph, apparently. So with marketing yourself, look at social media as a platform, not just a platform for, socializing. You need to look at it like a business. If you were a big business like Amazon or somebody, you would want ads and stuff out there that would, do the right thing and promote the right way. So you have to look at Twitter or TikTok or Facebook or wherever you're using to promote as a way to sell yourself. Almost like if you're working as a salesman, you need to sell yourself before you try to sell the product. So I usually try to make sure that whenever I'm doing if I'm doing something on Twitter or if I'm doing something on YouTube, that I try to be fun and animated about it, because what they see is what they get when they go to Twitch and they see me on stream, like the same goofy character. That's just how it is. That's how I'm marketing. That's how I'm selling you me. And as far as the details of like, oh, I'm going live, I'm doing this, mix it up. Give some sustenance and meaning to what you're streaming, what you're doing. You want to kind of have some layers to it. So this video is a little bit longer than it should have been, but I just wanted to quickly talk about some quick tips. This is not going to be your typical format that you'll see from other big Twitch and content creators, but this is just me wanting to talk. So with all that being said, let's break it down a little bit into just 5 steps, okay? Or 5 tips. Tip number 1, learn your hardware and learn what you're going to need to have the setup you want. If you're going to stream from your console, cool, do that, but make sure you do it as good as you can with the best hardware you can. Don't overload yourself, obviously, but be smart about it. If you're going into PC gaming, learn what you can and can't do with your current setup and learn what you need to make it even better. Step 2, or tip number 2, I'm getting it mixed up. Stream what you want, be comfortable with you and your friends. Be comfortable talking, be comfortable with commentating. Tip number 3, don't focus on numbers yet. Focus on your stream, and when the traction comes, then you can start learning how to learning your audience. Tip number 4, network the smart and right way. Don't ask for help. Go in there with good intentions. That is the biggest thing I can tell you, probably from this entire thing. Tip number 5 is build an empire. Once you get to the point of finalizing everything, you feel like you have a great setup. Like right now, I feel like I have an amazing setup. I'm very happy with how things look. I'm very happy how things are operating. Now I'm trying to focus on the next level, whether it be YouTube, whether it be doing clothing designs and merch, or whether it's getting into different parts of social media like Twitter or TikTok or whatever. That's the next door for me. Is I want to make sure that I can do everything I can to elevate my platform and grow. And that's all I want to do. So I apologize if this video was all over the place, if it was sporadic, if it was stupid, if you didn't like it, I understand. This was just me wanting to vent and talk with you guys and tell you the things that have worked for me. I never went out and tried to do all this dumb stuff because it was what I was told to do. I did a lot of research. I took my time trying to figure out exactly what was going to work best for me. I didn't build my setup overnight. It took me about 2.5 years to where I'm at now. I just got this camera. I just started getting lighting in here and I had to learn all that shit. That was crazy. If these tips helped you, and if they did help you, oh, a quick side note. There's two little side notes I want to mention. Be wary of false numbers like view botting, follow botting, things like that. Be wary of those things. Learn when those things are occurring, and don't get your hopes up when, you know what I'm saying? Be smart about what's going on in your stream or anything like that. You just need to be cautious. I've had view botting and follow botting happen to me before, and I hated it because I thought I was doing something right, and it was totally wrong. Secondly, quick pro tip. Once you get situated with your friends and you have a good group of people you want to kick it with, people that are hanging out in your stream, I've got maybe six or seven friends that are some of my best friends, some of the people I play with every day with on stream. They're my mods. I let them run my moderation, and they always consult me for certain things, but let your friends be your mods. Let them help you out. Let them give you a second set of eyes, and in turn, they'll help you with your views. They'll help you with your viewership in Twitch or YouTube. Let them go through and help you out as if they're willing, and hopefully you'll be able to return the favor and help them back if they start streaming or if they start doing content. You'll be able to return the love. So get the people you trust, make them your mods. That is a pro tip. I love my mods. They know I love them. I give them a lot of shit, but I love them. But I apologize if this video was super long. I just wanted to kind of, give you guys some advice from my perspective and what things have worked for me. Keep streaming, keep making content. 2020 has been very weird, and it's very nice to get some new, fresh content out there. So try it. If you haven't before and you want to, pursue it, man. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun. You get to sit here and yell at the camera all day, and then when I go back and watch my Twitch clips, I'm like, fuck, I'm stupid. But that's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see some more streaming or content creation videos, or if you want to do some independent like tech reviews on certain streaming products, let me know if you want my thoughts on certain things. I would love to help out. I would love to improve everybody's current Twitch streaming situation. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. Make sure you follow the Discord down below. Make sure you're over on Twitch hanging out with us. Twitch.tv xSuperheroJoe. Stream 3 days a week, and on YouTube we got 3 videos for you a week. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I will see you tomorrow.